What's up, sickos? Today we're going to be enlisting in the strongest army on the net.
Greg, what's up, Greg? We're going to be doing some artificial intelligence Danny Gonzalez video.
Yep. If you're not familiar with the premise we're doing, we did a video like this that you can check out in that corner over there, or this the thumbnail right here. In that video, we also describe how we did it, but enough of the intro. Let's get into the AI. Oh wait, we should tell them what videos we're doing. Like we did with Curtis. Yeah.
So we decided to do 2 different videos and 2 different songs from Danny. Troom Crafts #2 and Ratatoing, along with the songs I'm Gonna Kill Santa Claus. And this video is over now. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to another episode of Danny's Big Boy Craft Emporium, home of the finest crafts on the internet. This week's episode is devoted to some of the more last-minute Christmas projects, but they are definitely not for the faint of heart, or anyone with even the slightest fear of impalement, intentional harm, or probably both. After the jump, you'll find 3 projects that will make any holiday season more merry and bright. First off, you'll need to find my completed wooden wall hanging, lamb chops, no finger paint, which can be purchased right here. And finally, if you haven't seen them, be sure to check out my newest decks, The Nightmare Before Christmas and Bambi, as well as my album cover posters, Jesus Christ Superstar and Singin' in the Rain. Anyway, Greg, let's get into some crafts. So the theme for today's crafts is sneaky. More specifically, sneaky teachers. If you look at your child's curriculum, you'll notice these sneaky little facts in there. Oh yes, our children are learning all about feminism and why it's bad for men, but really, they're just teaching them that the word he is stupid, and it should be they only. And with the annoying flashcards that kids are given, they learn that a teacher is called an overachiever or a tough cookie. Well, let's be real. Those are all pretty much code words for I don't want to read my spelling words with you and write a long answer about them when I get it all wrong. But we really do mean to call a child that too. So my darling sneaky little nieces are going to be sneaking into my classroom. And I want you to write about what the teacher does that is sneaky, what he or she is teaching, and why it's sneaky. The premise of this whole video is teaching you how to make giant stress relievers that look like school supplies, like the chart on the left. What makes it even better is that if you give them as gifts, they can be turned into flowers and hung up outside the school to remind the kids how to relax. The creator and contributors to this site are the Kettle Blonde gals from the blog The Salt Room. The Kettle Blonde gal, called the Real Housewives of New Jersey Moms, calls this so good it made us weak in the knees. How easily entertained do you have to be for someone to show you this and this to make your day? So I will let you in on a secret. Remember how I wrote a post a few weeks ago about those sparkly things I liked? Well, I went out and I bought a whole lot of them last night. I was home by myself and I thought they looked really cute. And I wanted to see if I could get them to stay up on my house. I think I did okay for my first try. These pictures were taken after the Halloween party. This is the same couch where the fire engine made its way up to my living room. And after I took the picture, I realized the cat threw up on the sofa. It looked like a snowball. Gross. I didn't know what a collapsible plastic vase was. That's something that I felt like I've never seen before in my life. So I'm just gonna use a Ziploc bag. It will be good enough. That's why I'm not gonna ask you how much it costs, because you can't tell me and it's going to cost you too much because you just walked in the door. Even like pushing this close through the plastic is like burning my fingers to even touch. Craft channels are all over hot glue like they're not constantly burning their fingers. How do they do that? How was that not the biggest mystery of 2018? I can't wait to find out in 2019. But there's more. How come the hot glue sticks don't burn your finger, but the tool does? And why does the tool even stay with you when you take your hot glue stick to a new surface? And what if you aren't getting the right consistency of glue? Can you actually use the tool to glue things? Would it still work? Would it peel right off? I asked others and none of them knew the answers. The thing is, I see them all the time on social media. And it's all the time on Pinterest too. Like, why doesn't this thing just glue all the way through the paper? But nothing. If your teacher came into class one day and they were wearing this and you were studying and you sneakily saw your teacher like pull out a straw out of their tie, like, would you be suspicious? So class, we're going to make the exponent believe that it's a real person. I'm sorry! You were taught to steal a flower for a sick friend to get rid of a witch because you didn't want to believe the creepy old neighbor. Oh, you're here for your witch. I'm so sorry, I forgot. Your friends' friends have all threatened you and your family if you don't follow along with their random ritual. You were taught to be a good trickster. You had to create danger around you in order to receive praise and admiration. You witnessed someone's hand chopped off by a branch. You went to the police. No friends. Teacher's partner. Your teacher is evil. Local authorities warlock. Aliens. All of your relatives are really witches. Angels of doom. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. We also have a Patreon that you can support by donating. I'm gonna say something pretty hard right now. I'm not sure if I would date a guy who looks like Corey Feldman. What do I mean by that? Well, I don't know. He's just like super thin and looks like a male model, although that's what I mean. I mean, I've met a lot of men who look like Corey Feldman. Some of them were actually really nice and attractive. But those men weren't Corey Feldman. I just don't know him.
But if you see the Santa Claus, you know you become Santa if you put on Santa's coat. You can kill him, leave him dead up in the snow. The elves don't even care about you murdering their bro. And so you put on Santa's coat and carry Santa Claus down the chimney. And if he gets too heavy, you switch to your other leg so you get Santa's coat on.
Down in the chimney you go with a toy in hand. A foot cut in the chimney flue, you slam. He goes gack, you go hiss, and his skull shatters. The Santa's coat was made of wool that dripped blood. And so you shove it under a tree, and if you get out of bed early in the morning, you'll have plenty of time to hide it. Another way to your heart to kill a man.
Turns out that the world of animated movie ripoffs is bigger than I thought, and a lot of people have requested I cover more of them, which brings us to today's movie, Ratatoing. This one is a bit of a departure from my usual style, but it's one that fits well in the series. And it's a movie about a group of rats that form a gang to kidnap the princess. The movie is also a bit different from the usual animation style we see in most animated movies. It's more like a live-action movie, so I will be using the word movie to refer to this kind of movie. The story follows a princess named Princess Daisy, who is kidnapped by the Ratatouille gang. While they torture her to death, they manage to escape. Needless to say, it seems like the stress of single-handedly cooking for an entire restaurant is really getting to Marcel. This isn't a great look at all. Can I do anything? Yeah, can you make some tea? I don't know how to do that either! Meanwhile, the little girl from yesterday is still hanging out with her new friends in the kitchen, making a mess on the floor and running around the room and yelling and giggling. And sometimes when they stop running around, I notice that they have red eyes and are very hyper. But for some reason, they don't appear to be uncomfortable at all. Maybe because they have become used to being distracted by their daily routine of eating and pooping and sleeping and playing and running and jumping and climbing and swimming and drawing and reading a book and looking through boxes and discovering things and talking and laughing and having fun and singing songs and dancing and running laps and being lifted up by daddy, and being carried around, and falling down, and being picked back up again, and put into bed, and going to sleep, and getting up again, and repeating these same routines over and over again and again every single day for the rest of their lives. Okay, so finally after that long-ass introductory scene, the restaurant closes, everybody goes home, except for Marcel, Carol, and Greg, because tonight is Thursday night. And they do something special on Thursday nights. They go to the KFC buffet for their weekly dinner date. Greg thinks this is stupid, but Marcel only eats one chicken leg, which really pisses off Greg because he knows Marcel is a vegetarian and could have just said no instead of going to this stupid, pointless KFC restaurant in the first place. Anyway, later on that same day, Marcel decides to cook himself some vegetarian food, 4 eggs with an orange slice, and some soy sauce. In order to sabotage this for Marcel, they decide they're going to try to make the restaurant think they have a rat problem. Marcel is always telling them about the rats in the restaurant, so the bartender calls the health department, which obviously doesn't get any results because guess what? Marcel's not technically a chef. They did get to eat free drinks from people. Then IKEA got called in to help make up the rat bites. At first, I was thinking it was kind of silly, but as it turns out, they did a really good job with it. I'm so glad I don't work there. I was hoping that when they finally found the rat, it would be in the checkout line. At least then, the checker would know they're dealing with an animal of the rodent variety. No such luck. The last scene showed a woman with her pet rat, which is named Chloe. Then we see the woman's dog. Then we see another dog. Then another dog. I thought for sure that rat would be a nasty rat that would try to eat the dog so we could finally be rid of the rodent problem in the restaurant. What I didn't expect to happen was there would be multiple rats, but the one rat would be the rat with the head. As if that weren't enough, the lead characters run into the lead character from before, who of course is drunk. They toss her into brambles. She also ends up under a seat. Anyways, that's pretty much the end of the movie. Everything goes back to normal after that. The cat is now their friend. So anyway, if you want to know how much I love Big Hero 6 and all the little robot characters in the movie, you can watch it. You should check it out. And it's kind of amazing that Disney owns all these characters and makes them for their own movies, because it's a pretty great deal. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and then automatically I'll deliver every new video that's released in the next few days. Check back in a few hours before the tour starts tomorrow, and you'll get notified about an international band, the following shows, and they're so very exciting. Thanks for watching. Peace and love. Love and peace. Team Psyop. Bye.
This video is over now.
Over now.
Go find something else to watch.
Or just watch this video
This
again.
video is over now.
But maybe you should try.
To stop yourself from writing the next one.
But maybe you should try.
To stop yourself from watching the next one. Go back to school. And
Get a real education you deserve, is what I tell them.
How easily entertained do you have to be for someone? How easily entertained do you have to be for this? For someone showing you to Danny, huh? This is yellow and I'm confused.
So anyway, if you want to know how much I love Big Hero 6 and all of the little robots, characters in the movie, I'm sorry. That's a hard pivot. Big Hero 6
And all the little robots.